a really nice few days in the Bay Area, and it's going to be beautiful this week, but it will also be hot, very hot in some places. There's already a heat advisory that covers parts of the North, South, and East Bay for this Friday. And all of that hot and dry weather, as always, means an increased fire risk. Some cities have tried to get ahead of the potential danger, and soon people in the Berkeley Hills could have to create bigger protection barriers around their homes and their sheds by removing trees, plants. It comes as the city council moves forward with plans to introduce new defensible space rules. Defensible spaces help create a buffer against fires, and CAL FIRE gave partial credit to such a space for saving a home in Sonoma County on Monday. The home was in the path of a small brush fire, but officials said planning by the homeowners plus the work of the firefighters helped make the difference. Despite the endorsement from CAL FIRE, some people in Berkeley still are not convinced. Andrea Nakano explains the debate over the Ember proposal and why those residents say it doesn't make any sense.
The aloe, which is very much known to be fire resistant, has to go.
George Perez Velez has lived in the Berkeley Hills for 22 years. He says every year he's complied with every rule to keep his home safe from the next big fire.
We believe in fire mitigation. We believe and respect firefighters. We understand their job is hard, and we believe in having a shared responsibility for public safety. But when someone says this is allowed, this is not allowed, the code says something else, the kind of disconnect between what we're getting, it's not there.
Perez Velez is referring to the Ember proposal, which is in the process of being voted in by the Berkeley City Council. Ember stands for Effective Mitigations for Berkeley Ember Resilience. It would require residents to clear anything flammable within 5 feet of homes, including trees and plants. Perez Velez feels the city didn't do enough to get feedback from the community and doesn't have a plan to pay for it.
But the assumption that a fixed income person, a retiree, or anyone can put out of pocket $5,000 to pay for a fire break for the city without creating a mitigation fund to help folks, it's quite disingenuous.
Berkeley City Council member Brent Blackaby says he hears the concerns of the residents in the district, but has to weigh those concerns with how to best protect roughly 1,800 homes in the high fire severity zone.
And we know that the next fire, if and when it comes, is most likely going to start in the park and come over to the homes here.
Blackaby says with the state passing Proposition 4 last year, it will invest $1 billion in fire prevention over the next 12 months. The city has also secured $1 million from CAL FIRE and is working on a transfer tax credit system to offset the costs.
People know that if we are going to do this right, we need to make it as easy as possible for as many possible people as possible to participate, and financing is a big part of that.
But after seeing the devastation of the fires in Southern California, the city needed to find a way to give firefighters a better chance to save homes.
This is going to take some time. No one says instantaneously you need to sort of have everything fixed, but it's a journey, it's a process, and it's time for us to start the process moving towards the safety that we know we're going to need to achieve.
Perez Velez started an organization called the Alliance for Practical Fire Solutions to find what he calls sensible new regulations. He says his neighbors fully realize the situation they're in and the damage fires can cause, and are all in to keep the community safe.
For 20 years, we had fire inspections. For 20 years, they told us, do this, do this, do this, and you're in compliance. Now, all of a sudden, all that doesn't work.